And there was that moment, that scary moment where we didn't know if either one of us, myself or my son.
Hello everyone, Elle Ballard is here today on our Women of the World Network Choreograph Success podcast with my guest, Samantha O'Dell. Hi Samantha, welcome. Samantha is a certified integrative health practitioner, somatic embodiment coach, and founder of Sacred All Solutions, myhealth365.com, and Whole Health Reimagined Summit. With 20 plus years of experience in integrative health, nervous system healing, and embodied leadership, she's known for bridging science, spirituality, and somatic transformation to create profound breakthroughs for individuals and leaders. She helps audiences recognize and rewrite the hidden nervous system patterns that fuel self doubt, overgiving, and subconscious patterns that block confidence and voice. Her message is a powerful blend of trauma-informed insight, embodied practice, and authentic storytelling, guiding people back to self-alignment, self-worth, and sustainable success. Welcome again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Elle. Such a pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah, great to have you. How did it all start for you? Where did this passion start for building a business in this field?
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I'll see if I can make it a little shorter. Honestly, I think it started when I was really young, when it was a moment where I was first called to kind of figure out what life was asking me to understand, like what healing was beyond just the surface level stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with a lot when I was younger. I lost both my parents when I was really young. I was 12 when my mom died and 14 when my dad died. So I learned really early on how to kind of survive and adapt with the world and really just keep going. So at that time, like I didn't have words for that at that time, like as far as what that was, but it just like it was more that I just had to be really strong because I had to. And then also, yeah. So, and then years later, like I had my son who was born prematurely. And that's when I think more when I dove into what I do now. Because there was a moment like when he was born 5 weeks early. And there was that moment, that scary moment where we didn't know if either one of us, myself or my son, were going to live.
Wow.
But we survived, right? And he struggled with a lot of respiratory issues for the first 2 years of life. And that's when the door, I think, opened for me. And I started kind of searching for more answers beyond what I had known. And so for me, that's the journey that kind of led me in learning more about the integrative health, like how we can pull and where I dove into learning about alternative medicines and got my integrative health degree and eventually into the somatic and nervous system healing that I do today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And is that something that you used for yourself to kind of cope with it all and this patterns and just to kind of grow through it? Is that something that you used? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it helped me move through, even as I was learning, it helped me move through a lot of the healing that I needed to go through. And knowing that it's not just coming back to, the parts of myself that I literally like disconnected from when I was younger to be able to survive in that place. It was really like that heart of the heart of the process, really, of what I offer today to my clients.
I'm sorry you had to go through that experience, but now that you have gone through it, you can help others to
It shapes us, what we bring forward in the world, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. We are on, Women of the World Network and Choreograph Success, this idea of really choreographing your life in all life areas. And as we are moving through these individual journeys in life, we create that success for us, whatever that means for each of us, right? So what does success mean to you now, having built and having gone through this experience versus maybe earlier in life, the way you looked at it earlier?
Yeah, good question, actually. You know, honestly, I think that's where, like success to me, like it definitely means something very different to me now than it did earlier in my life. Like earlier
Mhm.
in my life when I was younger, even starting into my business, like success was kind of about proving that I could make it, that I was
Mm,
strong, that I was
yeah.
capable, independent, right? And that I
Hmm.
could keep going no matter what. That was kind of a success to me. But now I would say that success feels much more embodied.
Hmm.
So like, it means that like creating from impact
Hmm.
without letting myself go, without abandoning myself, like my needs or my
Hmm.
desires. And I
Yeah.
teach others too. And just building a business or a life that supports you instead of consuming it. Like
Hmm.
that is success. Yeah.
Love that. I love that answer. I can so relate. I feel it's the same for me. It's been the same for me. It's sort of earlier, it was success on the outside. It's just
Yeah.
on the outside, all these things that we had to do. But then now it's actually within, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so interesting,
Yeah.
profound as well. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I want to actually take a time to do rapid fire questions right now, really quickly.
So put me on the spot.
And you mentioned
Yeah.
embodiment, right? That's such an important part, I think, that we haven't tapped into before. Just rediscovering what that means for each one of us and how that actually helps us. So awesome and so important. My first question is, what is your morning ritual or practice that you do in the daily? And it could be anything that sort of helps you. And again, we mentioned embodiment. Maybe it's along those lines or whatever it is, that helps you get ready for the day ahead.
One, consistency in doing it.
Yeah.
um, so I actually every morning and definitely every evening, there's a meditation that I listen to. It's
Hmm.
actually
Hmm.
just some mantras and stuff that come through, and it really helps me to just ground myself and stay in that moment of what's here right now, like
Hmm.
what's true right now, like what is one thing that I can do for myself in today that helps me to find more love or success or just, and that's simple, something as simple of taking my dogs for a walk, or what do I have room for today that I can get outside
Hmm.
and soak up the sunshine. And actually right before this, that's what I was doing. I was just standing there.
I love
Just
that.
so those are the little things, like how can I give back to myself?
Hmm.
And then also just grounding myself too. If I know that I'm about to have a really busy day, it's how can I, just bring my energy level to kind of more of that, I guess balanced state is the best word for it. And
Yeah.
that's, taking a deep breath in into the belly and then just letting it all go out like a sigh of relief, getting
Yeah.
those muscles felt along the way, and just planting my feet on the ground, little things like that. Yeah.
I love that. I love speaking about planting feet on the ground. I just started that too, the earthing, right? The earthing
Yes.
and grounding and just connecting and
Yeah.
barefoot on the grass. It's with the sun. It's so beautiful and it's just yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
love that. And in the business, as busy as we are, I think it's just so important to find a couple of minutes just to do that,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It's what really can restore someone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, second question is a place in the world that shaped you.
Honestly, immediately when you ask that question, it's a few places, but the one that stands out the most for me is I had an opportunity to go to Costa Rica for a documentary, and I'd never been there. I'd never taken my son across country at all. We're in the States here, but I had this beautiful opportunity that just happened to land in my lap, serendipity, whatever it
Yeah.
is. When I was there and we were going through the different things, the different practices and things we were doing there, there was something that shifted in me. And I've always thought like, okay, I've done all the healing, or not all
Mm.
the healing. There's always healing to take place,
Yeah.
but I've done the healing, I've done the learning. I'm ready to go forward. And one thing that I realized is how shy I was when the camera came up.
Mm.
And I would be like a deer in headlights. And I would still, like, I discovered in that time, like how much I still shrunk my
Mm.
visibility because of this fear of not being good enough or not saying the
Yeah.
right. And I didn't notice that was there. I didn't know that pattern was still there until it was really right in front of my face like that. And so that definitely, I would say, shaped me and shifted my perspective to really have like, okay, let's focus on the confidence that maybe is lacking here.
Mhm.
What's going on in the background, in that subconscious mind? Because that's a lot of the work that I do, is
Mhm.
working in those hidden patterns that really hold us back. And so that's where I kind of came more into that. Why is it that people can't be visible, or they shrink back when
Mhm.
they're just about to bring themselves into the world or do that next thing? They kind of tend to bring their voices down. So I lived that, and then I learned from it, and I was able to really just blossom from that moment. And also, perks. I actually brought my son out the following week, and we explored
Oh, nice.
all around Costa Rica, Arenal. And I mean, it was just, there's something really special
Mhm.
going to new places for yourself, but also taking your child
Yeah.
and seeing it for the first time. Not only them seeing it for the first time, but me seeing him see it for the first time and share that moment with him.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, that changed my whole
Mm.
world. It just made me want to dive even deeper into, okay, let's get on camera. Let's do more. Let's do this.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more about that documentary that you did.
Yes.
How cool is
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's actually, it's called the Ungrind Journey. So
Mm.
it'll be launching here within this year. So
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yes.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'd love to check that out. One word that describes the woman you are becoming.
Mm.
One word that describes the woman you are becoming.
Oh, goodness. Another good. These are good questions, Elle. I mean, my mind wants to go to like embodied and supported,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like even though there's moments where I'm really, that's where I'm at, I feel like it's still like I'm still becoming that too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm there, but there's also still more.
Mm-hmm.
There's still more to grow. There's still more to experience and help hold others in that space, because I love being able to support people and doing and finding themselves in that place too, which embodied and the supported part is more like my passion in helping hold people, my
Mm-hmm.
passion in helping them find their passions and aligning it with their life and their business.
Yeah.
And so those are the two words I think that comes to mind of where I am and what I'm still becoming. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. Music, movement, or stillness? What do you prefer, or a combination of those?
I know I'm moving. Whenever I hear movement or music, I do definitely move. Oh, that's a tough one though too, because stillness, there's definitely a
Mm-hmm.
place. There's definitely a place for that
Yeah.
stillness, and I think so often many people, many entrepreneurs, especially women, we tend to keep moving, like
Yeah.
keep going. And I could go into a whole reasoning around that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but stillness is something that I think we don't do enough of. Like
Yes.
stillness is
Mm-hmm.
where I refuel. Like
Mm-hmm.
stillness is where I can like gain, like kind of let everything go and just refuel for myself. And that even looks like, hey, family, I'm gonna take a day and go up to the mountain, or you guys go out and leave me at home. I'm gonna just soak up like the quiet space around me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when I fuel myself. Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely say that. But it's a close tie. It's a
Combination.
close
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah.
Movement, music is where I just feel like, when things are crazy or I've got a lot on my plate, I just get up and I turn up the music and I just start dancing
Yeah.
around. feels
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've experienced that
Yes.
together, not together a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Nice. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, me too. The final question is, what is your one non-negotiable for aligned success?
Not listening to that inner voice. Yeah,
Mm,
that's when something comes up in me, or and I do this with clients too. A lot of times I could see that moment when something comes up, and it's that inner guidance, that inner wisdom that's coming up inside.
mm-hmm.
And I know, like, I feel it, that this is what I should be doing or not doing, or the direction, whatever it is. My non-negotiable is not listening to that, because
Mm-hmm.
I've done it, I think, so often in life. And I see so many of even my clients do that. And it's like, hey, let's catch that moment,
Yeah.
because your body has so much wisdom within it that it knows the right path. It knows the truth of what you're doing, where, like, your authentic self.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's where I'd go with that.
Lovely. Well, thank you for playing. Thank you for
Yeah.
playing. Those are beautiful, beautiful answers. And you mentioned how you help your clients. I wanted to sort of take time, a little bit time to talk about your business and how you help your clients and this voices that you said you help them with those inner patterns maybe, or with these voices come up. Share with us how you work with clients for those listeners.
Really, what I do is just helping a person come back to alignment with themselves, like their
Mm,
passions in life.
yeah.
Um, Helping them kind of unwind the hidden, maybe the hidden patterns in the nervous system that keep them in overdrive, or keep them in holding back from becoming who they really know that they could be, or
Mm-hmm.
who they can be, and even maybe they don't know that. And just really reaching their goals, so
Yeah.
they can connect with, like, kind of the truth that of who they are. And when I do that, it's really working through three main pillars that I work with people in. And one is awaken, so we become aware of where things are blocking them. We become aware of those hidden patterns, and doing it and discovering it in real time. Like, how can they do that? So I teach them how to catch that in real time, those patterns that might just be whispering or
Mm-hmm.
hidden. So it's the awareness, it's awakening to that. And there's a lot of different tools and things that I use in those. And then the second pillar that I bring through people through is transform. It's where, once we discover what is happening, then how do we move through that in such a gentle way that we can heal that pattern. Not necessarily, there's no, like, fixing or saying that there's something wrong, or
Mm-hmm.
anything. Of course, nothing is wrong with the person. I have a lot of people say they feel broken or they're too far gone, and I'm like, no, you're not. It's
Yeah.
just, we get to rise, we get to, like, transform this
Mm-hmm.
place. So I do that a lot through the embodiment practices. I bring them through embodiment. Sometimes I'll bring in breath work, or breath process rather. It's a process I move them through to help even emotions move. So there's a lot of just somatic work that I do, a lot of just coaching in general. And of course, I have this supportive, we do it in a group, or I can do it individually, depending on what the person resonates the most with.
Yeah.
So then we go through that transform stage, where we get to move beyond what's happening. We get to move them through those patterns that may be holding them back, that may be stuck,
Mm-hmm.
and into new stories, new ways that they can, reframe whatever may be keeping them stuck into something new. And then it's rising from there. So it's the third pillar I take them through, is that rise phase, where they rise into that embodiment of the now, of who they truly innately are in this
Mm-hmm.
world,
Beautiful.
without all those old stories holding them back. Yeah.
Yeah. We will post the website to how to connect with you, but if you could say it.
Yeah, thank you. So you can connect with me. It's
Mm-hmm.
sacredowlsolutions.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Owl like the bird. I've had some people put aisle, but owlsolutions.com. And I have different ways they can have my different services in there, my different events that I'm doing. Yeah, just connect with me one-on-one. I do a free success call for people too. So it's a great way to hop on and just kind
Mm-hmm.
of dive in. It's a good conversation to have. So
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for
yeah.
all this work that you're doing. Yeah. And I enjoyed listening to you recently as well when you were speaking at our event too. So it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like
Yeah.
definitely I love what you bring to the table and the infinite woman, and
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun with that
Yeah,
one.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really and where to go with that. So that was beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Samantha. And
Yeah.
as we are concluding our podcast, if there is one truth, one reminder, or an invitation that you want to share with Women of the World Network today.
I would say it's about like kind of how you come into this world,
Mm-hmm.
right? How you bring yourself into this world. It's more like you don't have to abandon yourself in order to feel like you belong, or that you don't have to abandon yourself and your needs or desires to like succeed or be loved. Like so many women I think have learned to disconnect from that part of themselves, even men.
Yeah.
And um and it's really like there is another way.
Yeah.
There's a way that you can be powerful and soft at the same time, or be successful and be supported at the same time.
Yeah.
And even like, and it goes back to like, you know, the rising like without having to carry everything alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my invitation in that would be just to ask yourself like even one simple question of where you've been leaving yourself behind,
Mm-hmm.
and what's one small thing that you can do to come back to yourself. That would be
Beautiful.
what I would, yeah, what I would leave with. Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for taking the time today to speak. And it was wonderful. We will share links on how to find out more about Samantha and her work and connect with her. And with that, thank you. Thank you, Samantha. We'll see you all
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you. Yeah. Enjoy.